Good morning, Miss. Yeah. Today we are going to do the evaluation for the LP that you will teach for the next week. It takes from 12 until 16 January, and I will do the evaluation for math, science, and mathematics. So we just start from the math question. Can start from the question number 1.
Okay, what is the result of 12 plus 30 plus 8? So in here, we need to use the commutative flow because we can say in here 12 with the 8 become the whole number. So the commutative flow is like changing, not the grouping. So changing will be 12 plus 30 plus 8. This is the equation, the relation, and then we need to change into the commutative flow. So later will be 12 plus 8 plus 30. So 12 plus 8 equal 20 plus with 30 become 50. So the answer will be D.
Okay, next.
Order of operation calculate. So the order of operation is like we need to calculate the multiplication first. So letter will be 4 times 3 plus 8 is equal 12. 12 times 12 plus 8 is 26. Word problem subtraction. There are 24 pens in 3 pencil case. If Larry takes out 2 pens from each case, how many pens remain? So later will be 3 pencil case, and all of that contain of 24 pens. So later 24 divided by 3 is equal 8. After that, Larry takes 2 pens of each of the pencil case. So later 2 times 3 because have a 3 pencil case. So 24 minus with this 24 minus with the 6. Minus with the 6. So later will be 18.
Yeah. The answer is 18. Next, number 4.
Number 4 is egg calculation. Jaron is 11 years old. Marcus twice Jaron's age. Regina is 6 years old, older than Marcus. So later, because we know it's Jaron is 11 years old, Marcus is twice. It means we need times 2. 11 times 2 equal 22. After that, Regina is 6 years older than Marcus. After you found the multiplication between Jaron and Marcus, 22 plus with the 6 become 28.
Yeah.
Distributive property. Solve using distributive property. Okay, so distributive property is like when you separate or make them not together. So 5 times 12, we can use the distributive way. It's like
okay. Next.
5 times 12 become 5 times 10 plus 5 times 2. Okay, 5 times 10 become 50 plus with 10 equals 60.
Okay, so the question here is why we need to separate? Why we need to change this 12 become?
Yeah, because distributive property is like when you separate the numbers, so make it easier to calculate.
So you mean we can change this one with 8 and 4?
What?
8 and 4. That's like 5 times 8 plus 5 times 4, or must be 10 and 2.
It must be 10 and 2. Because I need to separate the number that times there.
Yeah. Okay. Next, we move to question number 1.
Total sum for combining numbers is altogether A shop sells raisin biscuit in a pack of 145 each of. If a customer buys 30 packs of raisin and then buys 13 apple pies, how can you calculate the total number of biscuit and apple? So because in one pack of this raisin biscuit is 145, the customer want to buy 13 pack. So later the calculation will be 145 times with 13 and then plus with 13.
Okay, yeah, we can skip this one. We just go to SI then.
If gaming usually has 3 packs and then buy 2 packs of 4 packs each, how you calculate? Oh, so later will be the question will be 3 plus 2 times 4. We need to do the calculation first. 2 times 4, 8 plus 3, 11.
Next.
Um,
Is this the same with this question, right?
yeah, the number not same, just the weight is the same.
Okay, number 3.
Alright. This is have a 24 pens, and then you need to put in the 3 pencil case. So later we need to divide it first because the operation of the math is we need to do multiplication and division at the first time. So later 24 divided by 3 it equals 8. So later 2 times 3 equals 6, and then we need to minus that. 24 minus 6 become 18.
Okay, apple, apple, and apples. So, question number 5.
Question number 5. If Andi want to buy 156 and Budi has 67, and then Cici has 123, how you can find the total? The meaning of associative indicator, just do grouping of the number, but doesn't affect the result. It will be same if we do the grouping from the first, or we can do from the behind. So later will be 156 plus 67 plus 123. We need to do which one we want to do, like grouping in bracket. So later 67 with 123 it equal 190.
Okay.
Plus with 156 plus. So later it will be 6. This is will be 4. 346. 346.
Okay. Okay, so let's move to Mathematica now. This is here our question of Mathematica. Start from the first question.
Okay, 400 hectometer. Oh, 400 hektometer kuadrat sama dengan kilometer kuadrat. Jadi kita ingin mengubah satuannya menjadi kilometer kuadrat. Jadi sebenarnya yang langkah pertama yang harus dilakukan itu mengingat satuan panjangnya terlebih dahulu. Jika sudah mengingatnya, maka akan lebih gampang untuk mengetahuinya. Jadi 400 karena menuju ke kilometer itu dikali dikali 100, dibagi 100. Jadi tipsnya adalah jika bertemu dengan bilangan yang memiliki bilangan yang sama dengan 0, maka langsung kita coret saja jawabannya menjadi 5. Karena pada buku matematika kelas 5 masih hanya diajarkan satu tangga naik atau satu tangga turun.
Okay. Next, nomor 2.
Nomor 2 itu 400 mm sama dengan cm kuadrat. Jadi ini sama dibagi 100 juga sama dengan 4. 100 dekameter sama dengan hektometer kuadrat. 100 dekameter itu juga harus dibagikan dengan 100, maka jawabannya 1.
Oke. Sekarang nomor 5.
Oke, 1 hektometer dikali dengan meter kuadrat. Jadi urutannya itu 1 hektometer dikali 10.000 sama dengan 10.000.
Bisa dijelaskan kenapa dikali 10.000?
Ya karena turun 2 turun 2 kali. Karena kalau turun per 1 tangga 100 karena kuadrat, 1 tangga lagi 10.000.
Oke. Semua sudah dikali. Ini bagaimana soal tempat bis?
Sebuah persegi memiliki panjang sisi 16 cm. Jika budi ingin membuat lantai dengan pola persegi, berapa luas lantai? Karena persegi itu memiliki sisi yang sama, jadi langsung dikalikan saja. Luas dari persegi adalah sisi dikali sisi, maka 16 dikali dengan 16.
16 kali 16. Oke, kita masuk ke esai sekarang.
Sebuah persegi panjang memiliki panjang 12 dan lebar 9. Nah, ini juga mencari luas dari persegi panjang. Luas dari persegi panjang adalah P dikali L. Jadi 12 dikali 9. 12 dikali dengan 9, 9 dikali 2 sama dengan 18. Di sini 1, 9, 10, 108.
Next.
Sebuah rombolan berbentuk segitiga, panjang alas 30 dan tinggi 32. Ini juga mencari luas, namun dalam bentuk bangun datar segitiga. Kalau bangun datar segitiga, rumusnya adalah setengah kali alas kali tinggi atau bisa alas kali tinggi per 2. Nah, alasnya adalah 70 dikali dengan 32 dibagi 2.
Pastinya
70 dikali 32 sama dengan 14, 7 kali 31 tambah 22. 2240 harus dibagikan dengan 2 sama dengan 1120.
Oke.
Oke, di sini ada layang-layang dengan bilangan 38 dan 24. Lalu yang dicari adalah luas. Untuk mencari luas dari layang-layang perlu diketahui rumusnya adalah diagonal 1 dikali diagonal 2 dibagi dengan 2. Nah, di sini ada diagonalnya 38 dikali dengan 24 harus dibagi 2. 38 dikali dengan 24, 4 dikali 8, 2, 3, 4 dikali 3 sama dengan 12, ditambah 3, 15. 2 dikali 8, 16. 1, 2 dikali 3, 6. Tambah 1, 7. Di sini 2, 5 tambah 6, 11. 7, 8, 9, 912. 912 harus dibagi 2. 2 dikali 4 supaya dapat 8. Di sini 11 dan 2. Lalu 2 dikali 5 sama dengan 10, 12, 456.
Oke, sedikit tips di sini untuk pembelajaran perkalian yang memiliki angka yang besar seperti ini. Berhubung karena di MET juga kita sudah belajar tentang distributif, asosiatif, dan komutatif. Pembelajaran seperti itu perlu diterapkan sekaligus langsung dalam pelajaran lain seperti ini 38 kali 24 yang seharusnya ini bisa kita sederhanakan menjadi 38 kali 12 kan? Karena ini sudah bisa kita eliminasi terlebih dahulu dari pembagian 2 tadi. Nah, dari situ kita bisa distribusikan langsung 38 kali 10 tambah 38 kali 2. Nah, nanti kita bisa dapat 380 tambah 76 sama dengan 456. Ya. Jadi siswa juga tahu apa fungsi dari distributive law, kumulatif dan asosiatif. Oke. Next, move to question nomor 4.
Sebuah trapesium memiliki panjang sisi sejajar 14 dan 17, lalu ininya adalah 10. Rumus dari trapesium itu adalah jumlah sisi sejajar dikalikan dengan tinggi lalu dibagi 2. Jadi jumlah sisi sejajarnya ini adalah 14 dan 17. 14 itu dan 17 jika dijumlahkan hasilnya akan menjadi 31. 31 harus dibagi dengan 10. Hasilnya 310.
Ya.
310 lalu dibagi dengan 2. 310 dibagi 2 150.
Question number 5.
Ya, ini masih mencari perluas dari trapesium. Rumusnya masih sama. Panjang sisi sejajarnya adalah 31 karena 14 ditambah dengan 17, namun hanya dengan harus dikali. Maaf, ini tingginya tidak terdapat, namun di angka sudah ada yang saya request.
Oh, berarti di sini belum, kalau di atas ada soalnya enggak.
Iya. 12.
Oh, semua tahu dulu. Okay, we move to science. Question number 1 is
The volume of a song depends on the strength of the vibration. Is it true? Because the volume of the sound will be louder if the vibration quickly, and then the volume of the sound will be low when the vibration is slowly. Knocking on a door gently produces a loud sound. Is it false? Because when you knocking a door gently, it will be produce vibration slowly. A sound meter is used to measure the volume of sound. True, because a sound meter contains a number that know the volume of the sound. Sound louder than 85 decibels can be harmful to our ears. Is it true? Because the 85 decibels it's a louder sound that can harm to our ear. Pressing the strings of violin makes the sound lower in pitch. Is false? Because pressing the strings make the sound will be bigger because the vibration quickly.
okay, let's move to question number 1.
A student plucks a rubber band softly and then plucks it harder. What happened to the volume of the sound? Why does this happen? So if the students pluck the rubber band softly, later the volume of the sound will be low. And then when you pluck it harder, it will be louder because when you pluck it softly, the vibration is slowly, and then when you pluck it harder, later the vibration will be quickly, and it will be produce the louder sound. A clarinet player blows harder into the mouthpiece, but does not change the holes. Do you think the pitch or the volume change more? Explain your answer. So the volume of the sound will be louder because the player blows it harder, but the pitch doesn't change. It is because it is the same hole.
Okay.
You want to make a musical instrument sound louder without changing its pitch. What you can do? Give one example. So, if you want to make it louder, we can use any instrument such as guitar or clarinet. we can blow it harder or play it harder. We can pluck or blow. And then if you don't want to changing its pitch, you just do the same note that you want to do.
Okay.
How can a sound meter help you know if a sound is top loud for your ears? So sound meter can show us the number of sound in the decibel. So in the decibel number letter, we already know that up on top of 20 is hard for our ears because the 20 decibel is the maximum or the maximum way to hear. So later, if they're more than 20, it's mean harm for your ear.
More than 20
Yeah,
or 80?
more than 20.
This one? More than 80, 85, right? That can harm our ears. 85, right?
Yeah, I mean in the 20 hertz.
Oh, yeah.
This is the decibel, yeah.
Okay, number 5.
How can you change the volume of the sound produced by the rubber band? If you want to change the volume of the sound using the rubber band, we can do different strengths to the rubber band. You can stretch it like usual, but pluck it harder. Like that, the volume will be louder. When you pluck it gently or softly, it will be softly the sound or not louder.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think it's clear for this homework, math, mathematics, and science. So I will open one more here. We'll talk about sound and the sound in sound. Let me open this one first. Okay, in science, you teach about sound, and we can see two variables actually there. There are a volume and there is a volume and there is a pitch. So, for the simple question is, can you mention the difference between volume and the pitch? And how do we know where is the pitch and where is the volume? Maybe I want to give you the example about the rubber band. Just now you have explained about how to produce a loud sound in the rubber band. So how to produce a different pitch in the rubber band as well. So explain first from the difference between volume and pitch.
Okay. The volume is how loud the sound it is, but the pitch is how can you hear the sound. I mean the note. The example that I can give to you is like water in the glass. That if you fill the water, I mean like if you have the 4 glass and then you fill with a different amount of the water, like that the sound will be different. That's full pitch because have a different notes. But with the volume, you can do some kind of forces or you can do a strings with the glass if you want to hear the sound.
Okay, so if you want to produce the different volume, we
need to give some strange difference. Maybe pluck it harder or pluck it softly.
So if we want to produce the different pitch,
make it in a different volume. I mean, make a different shape or different inside of the glass of water.
you mean here we change the amount of water?
Yeah.
So I think it's just the same with the science project actually, right? So from the conclusion that we can get, what if we put more water inside the bottle actually? What kind of pitch that we can produce? It will be higher or it will be lower?
If the higher, if the much water
If
there,
we need more, if we put more water inside the bottle,
it will will be lower the pitch.
Okay, it will produce a lower pitch.
Yeah.
So if there is a less water inside, it will produce a high pitch.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think we just go to vocabularies now. So we move to vocabularies now. I will start to ask from science. We have sound meter.
Sound meter is the device that measures a noise level. So explanation is spoken. Sound meter is like a device show the number of the noise level.
The chart.
Chart is the graphic. Chart is like a visual display of the information. So it's like some kind of information they're using a bar or the line to provide the information.
Okay, next, this is math, commutative.
So math commutative is like commutative in bahasa. Commutative is like order doesn't change the result. And then explanation in spoken is like the rules of the math, like A plus B equal B plus C.
Distributive.
Distributive is like penyebaran in bahasa. So distributive is breaking number to make it easier at math. After that, the explanation in spoken is like the A plus in the bracket B plus C, so equal to be A times B plus A times C.
Okay. Next, we move to Mathematica. Oh yeah, so for Mathematica there is no vocabularies because of assessment, right? So it means, yeah, the evaluation is ending now. Thank you for watching.